What's up guys, Brian here from Audio Geek, and I'm back yet again with another cool audio review for you guys. First time product from this company, Hifi, so I'm very stoked to have their brand here. Welcome to Audio Geek, Hifi. We have got Hifi's Mountain 3 little DAC amp. I'm actually quite intrigued because I've got a lot of DAC amps, but they all got that cable. This is the first type I've got that looks like it plugs directly with its own USB-C connector here into your phone or wherever you want to use it. The package, it took like normal AliExpress times here. It was I think it was 3 weeks, just under 3 weeks to reach here. Not a train smash. We're at the bottom part of the world here in South Africa, so we're used to that. Guys, there was a time where packages used to take 3 months to get here. So luckily they went over to planes now, and now we're getting our stuff a lot quicker, and I'm very thankful for that, because waiting 3 months for a package, it feels like forever. Dealing with Hifi was such a pleasure. I mean, Lily is such a darling to deal with. I did not experience any problems. There's great communication. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into the unboxing of the Mountain 3. So this is an $89 DAC amp. I see it as the budget range. Everything under $100 is always budget range for me. Packaging, small little box, as you can see, a little bit bigger than a pack of smokes. How do you get this open? Oh, just slide over. You've got the nice logo in front here. Got some specs in English. That's nice, guys. It's always, these things are always in Chinese. Thank you very much for the English, guys. We slide this open. Oh, it's like one of these Christmas presents with a box inside a box inside a box, because now you have to slide this one open. Here's a little packet inside, and it says, if the USB connection is unstable, you can install the washer, optional. So if your USB-C connection is unstable, I don't know if they're talking about the connection to the phone or the real, like the electronic connection, but I think they mean the plug port. Then you can install those washers. If you lift this out, I don't want to show it too much because we're going to get into the look and build. That's basically what's in here. Just a little sponge, and then it's another sponge. Oh, and then just your little loyalty card and your quality control stuff you always get with these type of products. So overall, not a very big unpackaging experience, guys. This is not a flagship in-ear monitor, so we're not expecting much here. So yeah, let's hop over to the look and build, see what this thing is made of. If we look at the build board here, guys, it's a really nice metal. I love it looks like a copper or a bronze type of metal here on top. And you guys know by now that I have a workshop and I love metal stuff. It's not that heavy though. And for me, a plus point about that, because I was already thinking when I got this package, and when I was just a little bit reminiscing on this, is if this thing is heavy, it's going to eat your USB port. Because if this is plugged into your phone, just unplug it here. This is plugged into your phone like this, and it's heavy, then it's going to wear your USB-C port. I do think maybe that the cable with another heavy thing will drag along more, but this is not very heavy. I can see it's made of metal, but it's definitely not heavy, guys. Even the connector ports inside there is a metal. So overall, it's a very premium feel, guys. I like the feel and look of this thing. They have this little lanyard thing. I will throw that away. I'm not a guy that wears lanyards and straps and all of that. I don't even wear jewelry. That's a simple type of guy I am. I don't even wear a watch. So these type of accessories and stuff is not for me. I'll throw it away. I know they put it in here for a lot of people who's going to carry it around like this, but that's not really me, guys. So for look and build, it's all metal, and I'm very happy. And we can check out the connectivity. So if we check out the connectivity, you can see the USB-C here on top. So you're obviously going to connect it to your laptop, your PC. If your laptop and PC is a bit older, you can just get one of these USB-C to USB converters, and then you just plug it into that tablet. You can plug it into your phone. I think this one's going to be used mostly by mobile phone users, especially if you check the price, $89. If I've got a nice phone, I want to upgrade the sound a bit. I don't think $89 is that much to get good sound. What I am seeing on here, and I should have just referred to it in the look and build, I don't see any volume buttons on here. So normally all the DAC amps, they've got volume buttons. So this is going to be totally controlled from your phone. And speaking about the connectivity, if you want to, I'm going to get into what DACs are inside here when we get to the specs. But if you want to if you want to listen to the DAC and not the thing in your phone, what happens is if you just got a normal Android and you listen to music from your phone and you plug this thing in, the Android system is going to bypass this, and you're not going to get bit perfect playback. So you might think you're going to get high resolution sound, and you're not going to get it. So basically you need either UApp or Hifi. Now I've been using the Hifi app now for years. I'm so happy with it. It totally bypasses the Android system, and you've got a whole lot of functions you can select there. I think inside the Hifi player I'll also select to have the volume only from the software. Yeah, that's about it for the connectivity, guys. You can basically connect this to anything. I mean, most things nowadays have got USB-C ports. You can even do this to your DAP. I actually have a IBM 300 here, which doesn't have a 4.4 balanced output. So this will work very nice. Where's my IB? There it is. So this will actually work very, very nicely in the IB to give it a 4.4 millimeter balance port. Just thought of that now. So yeah, that's it for the connectivity, guys. I think we can hop on over to the specs. If we check out the specs on this Mountain 3, and if you guys can just think back to some of my previous reviews where I talk about DAC amps, there's basically three things that you need to look out when buying a DAC amp. Obviously the first thing is you're going to have to see what DAC chip is inside there. So some of these have one inside, some of them have two inside. I see the Mountain 3, it's got dual Cirrus Logic CS43198, and I speak on a correction, but I think my DAP, my FiO JM21 DAP, has two of those DACs inside. So this thing has the same DACs as my big digital to audio player. The second thing you have to look at always is the output power. Some of these guys rate their power conservative. I see here now the output power on the single inlet is 90 milliwatts, and the balance one is 120 milliwatts, which is it's a bit disappointing. I thought we would maybe get up to 200, or maybe they're in the 180 range, but we will see. Maybe they just they are like NAD electronics, who always spec their things like very under-spec'd. So we'll have to see about that. The third thing you have to look out is the signal to noise ratio. That's going to tell you how quiet this thing is. Now this one is 125 decibels. It's the same as the Snowski was, so I can tell you immediately this thing is dead quiet. I am going to do my listening impressions, but if you check your signal to noise ratio, you can tell how much background noise a DAC amp can pick up. The rest of the specs, they might be for some people, but not for me. The PCM decoding supports up to 32 bits, 384K. DSD decoding support. I never use DSD. For me to go and put all my SACD files over on digital, and it's just too much of a story. I stream iRes on Tidal. That's how I do most of my music. So these DSD decoding specs doesn't really make sense to me. Yeah, then it's just the dimensions. As you can see, it's very small. And that's it for the specs, guys. Now I'm going to listen to this thing for a week. I'm going to put it through its paces, and then I'm going to report back here with my sound impressions. Stay tuned. And I am back with my sound impressions on the Hifi Mountain 3 little DAC amp. Um, I have to tell you guys, overall, it's got dual CS DACs inside, so where the ESS Saber DACs is always the sterile, the CS DACs is a bit more on the neutral balance side. Um, and then the AK DAX is always a bit warmer for me. That's how I distinguish the three, and how I can hear the difference between the DAX. Um, it's not a night and day difference, but there is a little. If you your ears are trained and you review, you start to distinguish those types of things. Um, to me, it is a neutral sound, but it's a bit more to the warmer side for me personally. I mean, it's got those dual Sirius Logic DACs. Some DAPs like the Fire JM21 has those DACs inside, so it's this it's the same type of DAC configuration that you find in big DAPs. Um, you will only hear the true sound of this little DAC amp if you run on your phone or your DAP IB software or the UAP software that gives you bit perfect output through your USB-C port. Otherwise, if the Android system reroutes it, you're not going to get bit perfect. You're not really going to listen to those DACs. So make sure you have those. For me, I use it mostly the DDI-Fi, this one, because of the form factor, and I hate cables and with the little DAC dangling along. The form factor makes it for my laptop. It works a treat on my laptop on the USB-C port. There's not a little cable and thing dangling along there. So I'm running FUBOR on my laptop, so I am getting bit perfect right through there. Um, for me, the power output was more than enough, and I have to say, I think it's 100 and something milliwatts, and I think DDI-Fi is rating this very conservatively, because it doesn't sound like just 100 milliwatts, guys. Um, for me, it's a bit underspec. I have to say that, because it drove anything from 64 ohm earbuds, 32 ohm headphones. Look, I'm not going to go be stupid and hook up my 600 ohm Bayer Dynamics to this. I mean, I know it's not going to drive that. So, but any in-ear monitor you have, this is going to drive it beautifully. Um, yeah, I also ran it a lot from my laptop. I can connect to my NAS storage, so I was running a few of my FLAC files, and I have to say I'm very impressed with the sound that comes out of this little unit. Um, because of the form factor, and because it's getting summer now here in South Africa now, a lot of times when it is summer it gets very hot, so I like to sit outside in the garden and do my reviews there from my laptop. So this little DDI-Fi gem, this Mountain 3, is going to get a lot of work this summer outside with me. I have to say, overall I'm very happy with the sound. The signal to noise ratio is low, so there is not a lot. Look, I have heard more quieter. The Snowski Melody I did last week, that one is a lot more quieter background. The EPZ TB35 is one of the most quiet I've ever heard. So there is a little bit of noise and static coming through, but it's not a train smash. It's only there if you go and listen for it. So yeah, overall very happy with the sound at this price, and I think all that's left now is for us to hop over to the conclusion. So for my conclusion, my verdict is going to be a very solid 4 stars out of 5 for the Mountain 3. Like I said, where I use it the most is for a little DAC amp on my laptop. Form factor is the biggest selling point here, guys. If you are like me and you don't like that cable with the little DAC dangling along, even from your phone or your DAP, then this is definitely for you. They added some little rubber washers, because I found on most of my DAPs, except the IBM 300, on the M300 it was a little bit loose. So now what DDI-Fi did, they send you these very small little rubber washers, and you have to it's a little bit of a process to get it over the USB-C thing, and once it's plugged in there, then it's not that loose. So that's a very nice addition from DDI-Fi. I have to say, if I have to give advice on who should buy it, well, everyone looking for a DAC amp under $100. For me, this is a no-brainer. Very good build quality. It's a solid little piece of metal. You can feel its great build quality. The sound's amazing. It's enough driving power for most IEMs, or if you have maybe 32 ohm headphones, it's going to be enough driving power there. So I would say go out and get this, guys. So yeah, thank you for watching my review. Until next time. Guys, thank you very much for taking time out of your busy schedules to watch my review. I know in today's busy day and age, taking half an hour of someone's time is a lot. So I thank you from the bottom of my heart for giving me your time. Just a little disclaimer, I do not get paid for any reviews that I do. All the products that I get from the companies for free in return for my honest opinion. So you can rest assured there's no bias or anything like that going on. I also do not sell my review units. I think that's very unethical, and I will never do that. I also do not do affiliate links. All the links you see on my channel is the direct links to the products on the website. There's no affiliate links. If however you feel like you want to buy me a cup of coffee, I do have a Patreon going on. There's a $1 a month membership. You can just do a 1 month membership and then cancel if you like. And once again, join our Audio Geek Facebook group. Lots of cool guys there. There's a wealth of knowledge. We talk about products, we talk about what's going on in the market. If there's any questions, it's just pure passion. So thank you, guys.